closer, dance for me. Easy tiger, easy, let your hair down. Come closer, let me see all your million faces and all your million mistakes. You don't need to hide. Come closer so that we can be together. Everything that has been don't matter no more. We've burned it. All those whirlwinds can't touch us no more. We've earned it. We've earned it. Your eyelids and perfect lips.
So here we are, it's morning time. Matilda's just been lifted out of the nest box and she's still broody, but happy enough with it. Well, she's happy enough with it, but I don't think everyone else is, because she has got a bit of a broody rage on, and she has little episodes where she chases the others and gives them a good peck. And you can probably see Jemima is in mid-molt. So her feathers have loosened because they're gradually all falling out and new feathers are growing back in. So you can see the feathers are even more loose than normal. And she looks a bit fluffy. So yeah, that's her molting. I can't wait to see her new feathers come in. What are you doing? Standing in the seeds, Edith. Edith still top hen, which is great. Oh, and here's little Beryl, who's fine and dandy. Hamble had an adventure this week. She had started a couple of weeks ago to show signs that she was coming back into lay. And of course she had the hormone implant a couple of months ago to stop her from laying because it had caused, or she had an inflamed ovary which was causing breathing problems. So we made the decision to give her the hormone implant to stop her laying and hopefully to deflate any inflammation inside, which touch wood, it seemed to do. But it was the sort of half dose hormone that she got, so it only lasted a couple of months. And a couple of weeks ago she started sort of crouching and taking an interest in the nest box, and then actually subsequently laid 3 eggs in total. So when it started sort of kicking off, we organised for her to go back to the vet to get another implant. So we took her on Wednesday, and she got the 9.4 implant, supralorin, which hopefully will last about 4 months this time. And actually it might last a little bit longer, because we're now coming into autumn when the girls will start slowing down their laying anyway. Just their sort of body clocks realise that the time of year and there's less daylight, so that causes them to reduce their laying. So that was Hamble's big adventure this week. Next on the big adventure stake will likely be Beryl. Oh, now, Edith, that was uncalled for. Poor little Beryl. Edith's obviously hogging the feed at the moment. So, yes, Beryl also has an implant, and she got hers just a couple of weeks, Edith, a couple of weeks after Hamble did, and she's about due to start showing signs that she's coming back into lay, and then she will get an implant as well. So these implants aren't cheap. And what the vet has done actually is given me a prescription, and I've now bought some online. I've ordered a couple. They come in packs of 2, and actually if you buy a pack of 2, it's the equivalent more or less of what the vet charges, so you're almost getting the implants for about half price. Then what will happen is I'll just go to the vet and they'll put the implant in for me, and they just put it under the skin at the back of the base of the hen's neck. It doesn't take long at all, it takes like seconds. So yeah, that's the plan, but we'll see. Beryl here isn't showing any signs as yet that she's imminently wanting to lay, so we'll hold off a little bit. She had an implant before, so that's her second implant she has in, so that might be the reason why she's, you know, hanging on to, you know, it's taking effect a bit longer than it did with Hamble, because that was Hamble's first. But then again, it just does affect hens in different ways, and some it takes longer than others to wear off. In fact, the vet was telling me that sometimes, quite often, this implant is used by people who have rescued ex-commercial hens, because generally it's hens that lay a lot, i.e. hybrids, like Beryl there, and ex-commercial hens that are bred for laying that tend to get egg-related problems and that end up getting implants. And he's known ex-commercial hens only to get about 6 weeks out of an implant, so that's not a long time actually, but they're just so bred for, you know, laying eggs that obviously their hormones are strong. Their egg laying instinct, not instinct, but you know, the fact that they're bred for laying eggs means that it's quite a strong part of their makeup. Hamble's a bit of a weird one, because she's a barn of elder, so she's a pure breed. She's not particularly bred for laying loads and loads of eggs, although she was laying, maybe in her prime, maybe 4 or 5 eggs a week. But she's had lots of breaks when she's been broody or molting or whatever, so she's not been, you know, really an egg laying machine. But she did, as I say, have this reproductive system problem. So yeah, you just got to deal with it when it happens. The good news is that both Hamble and Beryl are looking great. I don't know whether you can notice, but their coats are uber shiny, even more shiny and soft than some of the other girls. And that's because the hormones actually, well, we think probably that it's to do with the hormones helping their sort of feathers to look that way. Although it could be that because they're not laying eggs all the time, their body isn't being depleted of certain minerals, and you know, it helps to keep them in prime condition. That said, even the girls that are laying, here's Emily here, she's got nice shiny feathers as well, and Edith is looking brilliant, and she's probably the top layer, or has been the top layer for the past year or two. Well, I think that's all from me for now. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please give me a thumbs up, and I would love to hear any of your comments, if you pop them in the comments area underneath the video. But for now, I'll say goodbye, and I'll leave you with a little more footage of the girls enjoying the garden. Bye bye for now.
Come closer so that